Hina, it was wonderful seeing you again. What I'm going to do is just show you the couple simple things that I'd like you to try and do this week. So when you go to play and do your thing, enjoy what you're doing. Keep this in mind. When we do these spider exercises, if we do them every day, they enforce mobility, which means I'd like you to make it through all of the spider exercises going up once and then twice. Repetition is key. I know that fourth one's hard to hit, but as soon as you stop doing them as flat and stretching, realize you can lift your hand just a little bit to come over and get the right positioning. That comes in a little bit straighter, which helps with muscle mobility and diction, and trying to hear that note and having it come through. Just like on a piano, if you just softly hit it, it's not as hard as the forte hit. Same thing with the guitar. So what I'd like you to do is just keep going over these. These are a daily thing. I use these every day when I do a warm-up. I do something more like... See how I keep moving them down, changing it, but my brain's telling me what I'm doing in real time, which means I've already gone through all of these exercises, right? I'd like you to feel the same way I do about these. So do those every morning and every night, 5 minutes, and then that with all of our chords. Now really quick, our first finger on the C note is on the B string, our second finger is on the D string on the E note, and then our third finger is on the C note on the A string to give us a... We start with the fifth string, the A string, to play it, because we don't have the E in there. If we put the G down below, maybe, well, it's a 5-note chord. That C can be played 2 different ways. That's a little harder, but for every single one of these other chords that we've been doing, I'd like you to learn how to play them both ways. So here's the D, you got the F sharp, the D, and then the A. A, F sharp are the bookends, then D, boom, dum, dum. So if you have the D major and you know the D minor, D major in its first form, D major second form, D major in second form. What happens is when you get used to playing the 2 different types, you can move back and forth, and then it's not so hard to move in between chords. Okay? So I think that we should start off with a simple little song next week. We're going to write it together. It's going to incorporate some of the chords from C major. But just to tell you what those chords are, we've got a C major. After a C major, we've got not a D major, but a D minor. And E minor, not an E major, so we don't have that G sharp on. Then we've got an F major, which is an E major, scoot up and then bar the first fret. You can either scoot that up a whole fret and play the G major hard, or you can play one of the G majors that we've learned already. One of those would be second finger on the G, first finger on the B, and then third finger on the G, which is kind of a crush. Or you can put pinky on the top G, third finger on the bottom G, and then use your middle finger to play the B. Both ways, this one's super comfy and it gives you the ability to play that first fret for your G major 7. Yes. After G, we've got an A minor. Now remember, not A major, which has the 3 pushed down together with one single finger, but it has these 2, the E and the A, and then it has a C rather than a C sharp, C. So when you play it, it looks like an E major, but it's played over. And then the next one we have is a B diminished. And the only way I can explain the B diminished right now, while we're still trying to work on getting our fingers together, is to play a D major, like so, with your first finger on the A, your second finger on the F sharp, and your third finger on the G. Take this whole shape and then move it so your first finger is on the B note, and then it makes that D shape. Once you have that, if you lay down your pinky on the next string, the B string, and play those, that gives you your B diminished, because that has a B, a D, and a F. Now, just music theory-wise, you'll get into this. You'll find that some of your major 7th chords are actually your minor chords. Like your C major 7 is an E minor chord. We will just stumble upon these when we learn these together. However, you will get used to seeing both of these chord shapes and then it being used in a different thing. Same way that we say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, not C, D, E, F, G, A, C flat, C. It's a little wordy to do that. So here it is again. If everything was just major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, it'd be boring. But we've got C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C. And when we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, or 1. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Then when we do that same tradition, we get D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp diminished, D. We will go over that later, but if you can just see that we've got a C major and work on that this week, and then work on your E major, E minor, A minor, and A major, playing it with the one finger rather than the three, why limit ourselves? I think that'll put us in a great position to play a song next week. It was very nice seeing you, and then I will see you next week. Aloha. It's also very nice meeting your friend Samantha. All right, aloha.